That was a good one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The NDP campaigned hard on removing school fees, a promise which likely influenced a number of parents with school-aged children. 2 school years have begun since the minister took office, and still school fees remain. Now, a Calgary Metro article, which I am happy to table, indicates that the government won't even look at scrapping school fees until 2018. To the Minister of Education, is the scrapping of school fees another broken NDP promise, or when will parents no longer have to pay school fees?
Honourable Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate the question from the honourable member. Certainly, it is our full intention to reduce school fees as per our campaign promise, and certainly we have been working with to build a thoughtful plan to ensure that we are focusing specifically on instructional fees. And so these last 2 budgets, it's been a difficult economic circumstance. Our caucus and cabinet chose to reinstate funding for enrollment, which allowed us to hire 1,100 teachers, 800 support staff, and keep schools functioning very, very at a high level, and school
First supplemental.
Given that the Metro notes that the minister is considering eliminating school fees for the school year starting in 2018, soon after which Albertans expect the next election. Again, to the minister, we've known each other a long time, sir. Surely you, of all people, would not use the elimination of school fees as a cheap campaign trick again. Surely you would not, to cover up any broken promises from the past, present, or future. Please assure Albertans.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and for the question, I guess. I mean, the issue is around making sure the integrity of our public school system is intact, and certainly the very first decision we made in K-12 education was to reverse the third party's decision to not fund for enrollment and to restore the jobs of more than 800 support staff and hire and further 1,100 teachers. And so we are reducing school fees as part of our campaign promise, and we are going to do that in a timely, thoughtful manner, as the article did suggest in...
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
A lot of words. We just want to know if it's a broken promise. So given it in the same article, Mr. Speaker, the Calgary Association of Parents and School Councils noticed they had reviewed the resource allocation method documents from the Calgary Board of Education Schools, and given that CAPC expressed serious concerns that school fees are not even staying in schools. Again, to the minister, can you confirm for us that all school fees do remain in schools where they belong? And to ensure the transparencies for Albertan parents, please tell us, when will your ministry publish detailed records of the total dollars collected in school fees and where that money is indeed going?
Good question.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and certainly I work with the Calgary Board of Education and all other 60 school boards across the province to ensure that they are demonstrating financial transparency and to using proper use of all funds that they do collect and do receive from the province of Alberta. And so on an ongoing basis, by part of the rationalization that I said, a thoughtful plan to reduce school fees, taking instructional fees and then other fees that might be for field trips and so forth, we will have a rational approach by which we can, in fact, reduce school fees over the next couple of years and fulfill a campaign promise.